And everybody, Instamed won the Technology Company Enterprise Award last year. What does it mean to be a finalist, knowing that you are in the spotlight of the PACT community and beyond?
It's a great feeling. You know, you have the support of the community, of your investors and your employees, and there's just a lot of excitement being around other great companies that are finalists, and you're just crossing your fingers hoping that the judges went your way.
Dana, hello, welcome.
Thank you for
Congratulations on being a finalist.
Thank you so much.
And anyone in particular that you want to give a shout out to?
I would love to give a shout out to my husband, Paul, who couldn't be with me tonight, but I know he's going to cheer me on virtually, and it's just amazing to have such an amazing support in my life.
I'm being joined by Omar Woodward.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Omar Woodward. I'm a happy board member of the Philadelphia Alliance for Capital and Technology, Vice President of Solutions and Results for America.
Now, you flew in from where to be here?
I'm from D.C., so I hopped on Amtrak on the way up here.
Oh, great. I'm glad you made the time. Yeah. So do you have any favorite finalists in the mix tonight?
Look, I can't pick any. I'm excited for all of them. I'm a big fan of a lot of the leaders there, so may the best person win, best organization win.
And do you want to give a shout out to anyone in particular?
Oh, big shout out to two people in particular, Dean Miller and his team, always putting together an amazing show. And of course, the man of the hour, man of the evening, Josh Kopelman. He's been a mentor, a friend, and a supporter of my career personally and professionally. So excited for him, excited for his family, excited for all of us tonight.
That's great. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy your evening.
Appreciate it.
Yes. I'm here with former CEO of Plex Global and Liquient, Rick Regal, who is serving or had served as the co-lead judge of this year's Enterprise Awards. We had our judging process in 2021 in a virtual environment, unlike other years. Was that any more difficult?
It was challenging, but I think all of us adapted to working in this virtual environment. And I think the biggest thing is whenever you bring a group of very strong-willed type A people together, you need to make sure that people get their opinions and have the opportunity to do it. So that's where the challenge was, because you couldn't read body language and you really had to work through the virtual media to be able to make sure everybody got their opinion across.
So everybody, Josh Kopelman, no introduction necessary, but serial entrepreneur, co-founding partner of First Round Capital, and maybe we need a drum roll for this, the Legend Honoree tonight. So welcome.
Thank you.
And you're being obviously recognized for lifetime achievement. And as you know, PACT, or the Enterprise Awards, is in its 28th year, and there have been other Legend Honorees before you. Pete Musser, Steve Goodman, most recently to Mike DiPiano, Richard Begg, and Bob Keith, the list goes on. So with all that said, how does it feel to be a legend?
I'm honored to be in their company. It's hard to believe.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, that's short and sweet. I like that. You started your businesses in Philadelphia. You got your education here. So why Philadelphia?
The cheesesteaks. No, it's a great Pat's. No, it's a great place to start a company. It's a great place to start a family. It's a fabulous, welcoming community, especially for someone who didn't grow up in Philadelphia.
Well, thank you, Josh, for stopping by, and have a great time tonight. And again, congratulations on being a Legend Award winner.
Thank you very much.
Well, as a finalist, what does it mean to be a finalist, knowing that you have the spotlight of the PACT community as well as beyond the community on you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's so exciting to be part of this. Dean is a great guy. He's created this amazing organization. Philadelphia is ripe right now for investment, incoming dollars, as well as starting funds here. I think this just shines a spotlight on the whole community of Philadelphia. We're really blessed to be a part of it.
Oh, Greenphire. Oh, very nice to meet you. Very good. By the way, I previewed your video. It's fabulous. It's so fun and entertaining.
Yeah. It's fun. We spent we're an overnight success that took 10 years. And our two personalities were a perfect combination to really be the right team at the right place with the best tech.
Please. How are you, Maria Maccecchini, one of our finalists? And are you looking to meet anyone in particular tonight or to say hello? This is the first night out for many of us.
I just am looking forward to meeting everybody because it has been so long and virtual only goes so far.
Well, it's time to get started. Enjoy the program, everyone, and good luck to all our finalists.
Good evening, everyone.
What you will be watching tonight is a culmination of months of planning.
Pre-planning and regrouping.
In person, live,
a hybrid event.
But at the heart of these important decisions
is the simple fact that
the PACT community can and will embrace
and celebrate the remarkable companies that we honor for 2021.
These are inspired stories.
Marked especially significant for the 27 plus months.
Where every one of us
learn to change and adapt.
And grow and succeed.
So as we gather tonight,
wherever we are, we reflect on what promises to be.
A new and exciting chapter
in the history of PACT and PACT Enterprise Awards.
Enjoy the program and
keep doing what you do.
And to all of our finalists,
congratulations.
What is that spark you have? Your authentic self, your drive to reach that feeling deep inside that motivates, persists, endures, lives. Your passion survives, thrives, lives, no matter how many fails, falls, hits, defeats. You break down the brick walls. You shatter the glass ceilings. The spirit within you is the light at the end of the tunnel. Our passion is our work, deeply rooted in the fundamentals of helping and succeeding. Our work starts here, in a place full of grit and determination, spanning the globe with our knowledge and expertise. Here lies our commitment, our laser-sharp focus, an amazing community coming together, sharing ideas, resources, and knowledge. Everything all of us has been through, what we've learned, how we've adapted, why we live with an excitable hope. Tonight we celebrate passion, that spark we have.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth, the 28th Annual Enterprise Awards.
PhilaDanco, can you believe that?
They were amazing.
That was incredible.
Such a great institution of Philadelphia.
Kind of like the Enterprise Awards.
Indeed. So great to be back with you this year.
It is good to be back in person and virtually.
But we got to get going.
Let's go, Dean. Hustle up.
Almost there. It sure feels good to be out and about here on the steps of the iconic Philadelphia Museum of Art.
I know, so beautiful here. And speaking of beautiful, how about a special thanks to PhilaDanco for giving us such a graceful entrance?
PhilaDanco was absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited that we're going to get to see them later in the program. A program that we hope will energize and enliven everyone watching as we learn about the most amazing, exciting work that is happening in our region.
So this is what we hope will be our virtual swan song in the history of the Enterprise Awards. And we all see signs everywhere that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Noting last night as we gathered in person for the first time in over a year for the 2021 Enterprise Awards reception at the Springfield Country Club.
And what a great night that was.
So much fun.
This year, we are celebrating passion. That spark we all have, the resilience that has kept us going throughout this past year. And this past year has seen so much change and so many challenges, but we are proud to say that the PACT community had a strong year. And we were able to support our membership and community by doubling down on many key PACT programs.
Mentor Connect continues to grow with close to 150 entrepreneurs supported by over 3,000 hours of volunteer mentor time.
A new strategic focus on member engagement and success with the addition of a member success role on the PACT team.
And in the wake of the murder of George Floyd and the ensuing social unrest, a commitment to step up our efforts to drive inclusion and access to PACT programs for underrepresented founders and entrepreneurs.
And last but not least, a focus on providing resources to our members on issues of social justice. For example, our recently launched partnership with the Lion Story, which we're going to hear about more later in the program.
So important.
And while we're excited by the recent progress that's been made in pandemic in response and the promise that we will be able to regularly gather in person moving into the next year, we also recognize that the future of PACT will look different. We're committed to meeting the members of our community where they are, whether it's online, in your offices, at home, or gathered in event spaces. With a member-centric, custom approach, PACT looks forward to delivering a higher level of connectivity for our community to drive growth and value for our members.
So as we reflect on this past year and look forward to where we're going, it's time to kick things off. So Dean, away we go as we celebrate the best of our PACT community with the 28th Annual Enterprise Awards.
I am so excited. Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Good evening, everyone. Bank of America is excited to be the broadcast sponsor for the 28th Annual Enterprise Awards. So in the spirit of everything and everyone connected to the PACT community, let's learn all about those who made an impact in our region this past year.
These next three companies have each made an incredible impact on the region's life sciences industry in a relatively short time and show great promise for growth in the years to come. Let's take a look at our nominees for life sciences and healthcare startup. Avisi Technologies.
At Avisi Technologies, we are using nanotechnology in an implant to treat glaucoma. Glaucoma is a very devastating disease that affects over 80 million people worldwide and close to 4 million people living in the United States. Glaucoma can take your vision without you even knowing it, and vision loss isn't reversible. So that's why we're motivated to create a better solution for patients that can improve their quality of life.
Avisi manufactures VisiPlate using microelectrical mechanical systems techniques that are historically used to make chips in your phone or microsensors. VisiPlate is unique because it has unique mechanical properties that are only physically possible at the nano level, namely robustness and recoverability. This is an example of a device of what many patients have to deal with today, and this is VisiPlate.
Avisi has shown compelling proof of concept and safety data in preclinical models, and now we're on our way to our first clinical trial. Our hope is to get VisiPlate to the clinic by 2024.
Envara Health.
At Envara Health, we're focused on the biggest challenge in GI health and nutrition. It is absorption. Our unique structured lipid enables the absorption of needed long-chain fats, calories, and micronutrients without requiring digestion. This is a critical issue for the 1.5 billion people that have a digestive disease or anyone with unintentional weight loss or difficulty gaining weight. It's also an expensive problem, costing U.S. hospitals over $42 billion annually.
Our first product, Encala, is a powder made of plant-based components. It's been extensively studied, including in an NIH-funded study led by the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. The study results showed significant improvements in both weight and height as primary endpoints, including absorption of essential nutrients.
What we're really proud of is we're hearing back from our patients that they're experiencing weight gain and less GI symptoms and pain, which makes eating more enjoyable for them.
Encala is the biggest breakthrough in clinical nutrition in decades, and we believe it will help a number of our friends, families, and loved ones.
The Discovery Labs.
The Discovery Labs is an ecosystem for streamlining the path to commercialization for cell and gene therapy. We offer platform technologies, expertise, and an amazing amount of infrastructure-rich space so that companies can see their technologies from bench to bedside.
You see here one of our first labs. They will be ready for operation in March 2021.
And as the time where you see this video, we will have finished roughly 40,000 square feet of lab space and are in the midst of constructing 100,000 square feet of GMP space and supporting areas.
So when you ask why we do what we do, for me it's really simple. We get to use the word cure. With cell and gene therapies, which we are exclusively focused on, it's not a small part of our portfolio, it is our entire portfolio. And my colleagues and I, we all share a passion about developing processes and platforms, all so that we can get these important cures to our clients and ultimately our patients.
Our finalists for life sciences and healthcare startup are Avisi Technologies, Envara Health, the Discovery Labs. And the winner is Envara Health.
Thank you to PACT, the judges, and everyone supporting the important advancements in life sciences and technology in the greater Philadelphia region. It is an honor for us to be included in this impressive group of finalists, including our peers of Avisi Technologies and the Discovery Labs. We are thrilled to be selected PACT's Healthcare Startup of the Year. We have a phenomenal team that is working every day to bring important advancements to the 1.5 billion people worldwide struggling with digestive diseases. On behalf of Envara Health, thank you for this honor and important recognition of our mission.
The three finalists for Technology Startup Showcase, the very best our innovation ecosystem has to offer, demonstrating incredible potential for future impact and success. Let's take a look at the nominees for Technology Startup of the Year. Crossbeam.
Crossbeam is a partner ecosystem platform, and that means we function almost like an escrow service for data. We work with companies that are partnered with each other and use that escrow service to help them answer important questions like how many customers do we have in common and who are they? Or are my sales reps currently selling to any of the same companies that your sales reps are selling to? Once they have the answers to those questions, those companies can more effectively co-sell and cross-sell and go to market together. And by virtue of building this, we've created a really awesome network of companies that are connected to one another within our platform. Lindsay's going to show you what that looks like.
So what you're looking at here is our actual network of companies that are on Crossbeam. So each one of these dots is a company and each line is a partnership. So we currently have 2,500 companies and our network is constantly growing.
We are really proud to have our founder footprint and team here in Philadelphia. We have built the team over the course of the past 2 years across the country in 15 different states.
And it's been really, really fulfilling to solve this problem for thousands and thousands of companies now because it's a problem that we wanted to solve for ourselves.
Grovera.
We are Grovara, the world's first B2B platform for American-made wellness brands to sell overseas. We take products like GT's Kombucha, Wholesome Sweeteners, Purity Organic, anything you find in your natural grocery store, global.
So we realized that 94% of brands don't go global because of the complexities that come with exporting itself. So what did we do? We solved this problem by simplifying it to the first B2B global marketplace for wellness brands.
We provide an end-to-end solution for global distribution. We're so confident in our products that this is Partake's double chocolate chip cookies. Megan and Morgan, you guys want to come in here and try these out? Give us an honest testimonial.
Try, guys. Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is a gluten-free, egg-free,
yes,
meat-free, dairy-free cookie.
Honest opinion.
And you can't lie.
Oh, that is delicious. That is so chocolatey. And it's gluten-free and everything?
Yeah, totally. Partake. Meg, what do you think?
It's definitely nice to have more gluten-free options.
Yeah.
Definitely. Grovara, and here in Philadelphia, we like to go global.
Patient Wing.
So today, it's difficult for patients to find and enroll in clinical trials. Patient Wing was built to more easily connect patients with clinical research, and Patient Wing focuses specifically on the patient experience solving that problem.
Patient Wing focuses on rare disease and oncology, where patient populations are small and widely dispersed.
And that's why for us, each patient matters. We not only find patients, but follow them through to enrollment.
And the patient journey starts when a patient applies directly on our website. Let me show you. Here is a patient applying directly on our website. Next, a patient will fill in their contact information, then their demographic information, And next, a patient answers simple questions for our pre-screen questionnaire. Finally, a patient will receive information about whether or not they are pre-qualified to participate in the study.
Our Patient Enrollment Center offers a unique hand-holding service to patients who have applied for a clinical trial and empowers them to make their own decision about their participation.
What people don't realize is the patients are not only the beneficiaries of clinical research and new treatments, but they're an incredibly important part of how treatments are brought to market.
What a great group of startups. Crossbeam, Greenphire, and PatientWing. And our winner is Crossbeam. Congratulations.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm so flattered and really just want to share this win with the entire team over at Crossbeam. It's been a really unique year as a founder and as operators at a startup, and it feels really great to have the Philly community coming back to life, doing everything they can to support companies that are born and raised right here in the region. So huge thanks to PACT and a huge thanks to the whole team over at Crossbeam for their hard work in bringing us to this point.
Josh, thanks for being here. Thanks for having me. So let's get started at the start. Your childhood, your family. You grew up in Great Neck, New York. What's your fondest memory of Great Neck?
Wow, I have a lot of fond memories of Great Neck. I had a great childhood. I think the thing I look back on now is the time that my dad helped me build an actual lemonade stand, like out of wood. You know, we went to the hardware store. It looked just like Lucy's, you know, lemonade stand and we would.
Was it a nickel?
It wasn't a nickel, but we would buy juice, and I ran Josh's Juices, and we sold it by the tennis courts, and my little brother Michael would tag along and help and drink all the profits.
Well, okay, that's great to know. So I was curious to know if your entrepreneurism started young. So it sounds like you were trying to corner the market on lemonade. Did you have an innovative business model around?
It wasn't a
lemonade?
disruptive business model, and the vending machines sure did put the vending machines at the tennis court sure did put a dent in my revenues.
Our program would not be possible without the support of our title sponsor, Fairmount Partners. Here is a special video from the folks at Fairmount.
Since our inception, Philadelphia has known how to rise to challenges, motivated by our bedrock beliefs in community, grit, loyalty, determination, commitment, optimism for the future, and passion. When the going gets tough, when times change, we come together, we grow, and emerge stronger than before. Today, we celebrate Philadelphia and our entire entrepreneurial community, who have not only endured in a year of unique challenges, but have embraced and helped drive change to create new opportunities and growth. We at Fairmount are rooted in Philadelphia values, with a history and dedication to this region spanning decades. Fairmount supports entrepreneurial and growth companies worldwide in technology, healthcare, life sciences, business services, and industrial and consumer sectors. With over 250 successful transactions completed in 20 countries, totaling over $13 billion in value. And we are proud to say we are emerging stronger than before and looking forward to reaching new heights. Fairmount is honored to serve for the 16th consecutive year as title sponsor of the Enterprise Awards, and we congratulate the finalists. We look forward to a great year ahead with a few more handshakes and a few less Zoom calls.
I am happy to introduce Alan Bourne, PACT board member and director at Fairmount Partners. Alan?
Fairmount Partners is honored to join PACT in recognizing the region's best and brightest for the 16th consecutive year as title sponsor of the Enterprise Awards. It is always exciting to be among this region's visionaries, out-of-the-box thinkers who adapt and focus on what can be done differently and better. In no year has that unique ability been more important than this one, as we've all grappled with a global pandemic and the impact it had on our families, our employees, and our clients. We've come together through the most trying times in our lives, and now, as we celebrate this special night, we are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We at Fairmount Partners have never been prouder to be part of this community, dedicated to not only weathering the storm, but also exploring new ways of operating, adapting, and supporting each other. We join you in celebrating our joint achievements and the unique spirit of this region. We congratulate the finalists and the winners, and we look forward to Philadelphia's next chapter together.
Thank you, Alan and Charles and everyone at Fairmount Partners.
We hope everyone is enjoying the program and something cool to drink. I could sure use something cool to drink right now, but sit tight, there's more coming up.
Investment deals are exciting. Everything from major setbacks to hopeful unity, all the way to inking the locked-in agreement. There's been no shortage of successful investment deals in the region over the past year. But which deal has been selected by our judges as Investment Deal of the Year? Let's meet the finalists.
Passage Bio. Passage Bio is a gene therapy company that's focusing on creating genetic medicines to treat the unmet medical need of patients with monogenic, which means one gene, errors that are manifested in the central nervous system. And this affects both the children and adults. So last year, Passage Bio did an IPO, which sounds like an everyday occurrence. In this particular scenario, we were trying to raise $125 million just at the beginning and onset of the pandemic. We actually achieved raising nearly $250 million as the stock market was going down, as there was significant uncertainty, not only in the biotechnology field, but also across the entire stock market. And we did so on the road. And one of the commentary has been that Passage Bio was one of the last biotech IPOs to be achieved successfully prior to the pandemic in person. And I'll note that this, to date, was the largest IPO in the Philadelphia area. And that's important because this is the community in which Passage Bio was founded in collaboration with the University of Pennsylvania.
TrialScope. TrialScope is a software company in the life sciences space. Wherever clinical trials are conducted around the globe, we help make sure that regulators, patients, physicians, and pharma companies are all sharing the appropriate information about those trials, so to keep patients safe. Yeah, so we all know that 2020 was a challenging year, for many in the pharmaceutical industry and the clinical trial space. Specifically, obviously, the whole world was kind of focused on, the COVID-19 protocols, and we've been working in this space, for over a decade. And again, transparency equals trust, and so when TrialScope went out to look to raise some more money, we actually had a number of strategic partners say that they wanted to purchase the company. So we ran a formal process, and we were purchased by Informa in October of last year, and it was a great deal for us. Informa is a global multinational company with a huge footprint, over 100 sales reps, and so it's really helped us to explode our growth around the world, in Europe and Asia Pacific, as well as the US.
Vertex.
At Vertex, our mission is to deliver comprehensive tax solutions that enable global businesses to transact, comply, and grow with confidence. We've been innovating in indirect tax technology for over 40 years, serving as a mission-critical part of our customers' core operations. As businesses grow and technology platforms change and the regulatory environment becomes more complex, so does the challenge of managing indirect tax. And taking the company public just enables us to pursue the multitude of opportunities that this creates. We're fortunate to have the ongoing support of our founders as they remain committed to our success as majority shareholders. Our vision for the future is simple, but it is bold. We will accelerate global commerce for the benefit of customers, consumers, and governments. To realize this vision, we must remain laser focused on the core of our success, which has been and always will be our values-driven culture and the talent and passion of our global team. Our values of respect, collaboration, and innovation have enabled us to create a differentiated customer experience and a work environment that sets Vertex apart.
Our finalists for Investment Deal of the Year are
Passage Bio, Trial Scope, and Vertex. And the investment deal of the year is Vertex. Congratulations, Vertex.
On behalf of everyone at Vertex, I'm honored to accept this award. I want to congratulate all the nominees. They each represent great companies. Going public was an incredible milestone for Vertex and reflects our commitment to accelerate global commerce and enable businesses to transact, comply, and grow with confidence. We have an amazing team of 1,200 employees worldwide, and our success is made possible through the dedication and passion they bring forward each and every day. Thank you, PACT, for driving innovation and entrepreneurship in Philadelphia, and for recognizing Vertex as one of the best companies in the region.
When you think about who you are today, what part father are of your parents? What part father are you, mother, and just you?
Look, so first I have to acknowledge, like, I grew up, I'm very fortunate. I had a wonderful childhood. I grew up very privileged. Solid middle class. My father was a professor at City University in New York. My mother was a residential realtor. But I was able to, I had the freedom and flexibility to pursue my passions from a young age. I didn't come into school with student debt. I come out of school with student debt. So I was able to sort of truly pursue my passions, and I know how fortunate I am. I'd say that, from my dad, I get the creativity. Like, oftentimes, I hear, entrepreneurship is all about the imagine if. It's when a founder says, imagine if, and then what follows is that idea. And I know I get that from my dad. But I think entrepreneurship is also about execution. Entrepreneurship is about setting goals, meeting goals, working hard, doing what you say you're going to do, under-promising and over-delivering. And I kind of get that from my mom. And so I feel like I have I was very fortunate to get that tag team parenting, because it wasn't all about execution without the imagination.
Yeah.
The judging process for the Enterprise Awards is a streamlined, well-oiled machine led by our judging partner, KPMG. Here to tell us a little bit about how this year's judging process was a little different is KPMG's Andy Cherry.
The 2021 Enterprise Awards marks 25 plus years as the region's premier awards program, recognizing accomplishments in technology and life sciences in the Philadelphia region. Through the years, the Enterprise Awards has had a unique ability to shift and sway with the ever-changing world we live in. So 2021 marks the first ever all-virtual judging process. Without skipping a beat, the team at KPMG and our judging panel were able to conduct the same detailed look into all submissions and hone in on the essential qualities and accomplishments of each submission to come up with the 3 top contenders in each category. Selecting a winner is the icing on the cake, as all of our finalists for 2021 have demonstrated a remarkable ability to thrive during a time none of us will ever forget. Congratulations to all of our finalists for 2021, and a very big thank you to our judges and our team at KPMG.
Thank you, Andy, and a big thank you to everyone at KPMG, as well as all of our judges for your time and expertise. And now, sit tight as more awards are on the way.
The Life Sciences and Healthcare Emerging Award honors the accomplishments of companies that have passed the startup stage with a record of success that indicates strong future potential for growth. Let's take a look at this year's nominees.
Antares Pharma. Antares Pharma is an innovative specialty pharmaceutical company that utilizes its technology platform of auto-injectors and pen injectors to develop novel combination drug-device products for itself and its pharmaceutical partners.
Our relentless pursuit of better therapies inspires our employees to serve our customers and stakeholders every day.
Our goal is to make an injection as easy and painless as taking an oral medication. We currently have 6 auto-injector products on the market that utilize our simple 2-step process. Take the cap off, put it against your body, and inject. It's that simple.
Incyte.
At Incyte, we conduct research and development into serious unmet medical needs in areas like cancer, hematologic malignancies, solid tumors, and serious autoimmune diseases like atopic dermatitis and vitiligo. We do this with hard work, with passion, with dedication to the cause, and a lot of discipline. And we do it because we care deeply about patients, their families, and we want them to live longer and better lives with a high quality of life.
Myonex.
This looks like a construction site because it is one. Myonex is a fast-growing company, and in a couple of months when we move into our new expanded facility, this warehouse will be filled with medicines for use in clinical trials in a high-quality environment, so clean you could eat off the floor. Everything we do is focused on taking cost and waste and time out of the clinical trial supply process. If you think about it, with the COVID pandemic, medical research has never been more important, literally for our lives, and everything we can do to make the clinical trial process faster and more efficient helps get medicines more available sooner and at a lower cost for patients. I'm incredibly proud to be part of Myonex and be contributing to the team that makes this happen.
Once again, our finalists for Life Sciences and Healthcare Emerging Company of the Year are Antares Pharma, Incyte, and Myonex. And the winner is Incyte. Congratulations, Incyte.
On behalf of Incyte, I would like to thank you for this prestigious award. Receiving the Enterprise Award celebrating achievement, innovation, and success in life sciences is an important and exciting recognition. As a company and as individuals, we are dedicated to the pursuit of science and to developing innovative medicines for patients in need. This award speaks to our mission, and we are very grateful for the acknowledgement.
This Technology Emerging Award represents the up-and-comers that have demonstrated innovation and competitive advantage while achieving major milestones for growth.
And also showcasing the strength, grit, and agility of their management teams. Let's take a look at these companies on the fast track.
Greenphire.
So Greenphire is a financial technology solution provider that really exists at the intersection of life sciences and financial services, specifically within the clinical research space. And essentially what we provide is a SaaS technology platform that contains various applications, all focused on the premise of workflow automation and business intelligence solutions for clinical study sponsors, contract research organizations, and the global research clinics that actually facilitate the clinical research itself. And our mission, from a solution perspective, is really to, number one, remove barriers to participation for the patients. Number two, to reduce administrative burden for clinical research sites, thus giving them the ability to focus more on patient care. And number three, to provide our study sponsors the benefit of robust data transformation to help them make more intelligent financial planning and study operation decisions. And our solutions are currently deployed across hundreds of sponsors, tens of thousands of clinical research site users, and millions of patients in over 70 countries globally. And our employee values are tied to everyone functioning all in as a team, solving problems for a purpose, and that's what we do, and that's what we're going to keep doing for as long as we're here.
Infinite Blue.
This past year, we have seen incidents such as pandemics, natural disasters, and cyber attacks, which can all seriously impact business operations. Infinite Blue provides applications and services for the world's highest performing companies to mitigate those risks and minimize impact from unforeseen events. Through our low-code platform, our apps are extendable and can be tailored to any company's needs, allowing customers to streamline their risk management programs and stay resilient no matter what. Our flagship application, BC in the Cloud, provides the tools for building and maintaining an effective business continuity and disaster recovery program. Here's a brief example of how BC in the Cloud works.
We have many different menu options that we provide to our users, quick links on the homepage, as well as detailed graphs and charts to give you information that can be exported out and used in any presentation, or even drilled down to see detail. With Infinite Blue and the BC in the Cloud application, it's very easy and fast and cost-effective to turn this around and develop an application or use our out-of-the-box solutions to meet your business requirements.
At Infinite Blue, we help organizations respond and rebound no matter what the circumstance.
IntegraChain. IntegraChain is the data and application backbone for the market access departments of life sciences manufacturers. There is more innovation in disease treatment and prevention today than perhaps at any time in human history. And every time a manufacturer commercializes a new drug, they have to figure out how to distribute the product, how to support patients on what are increasingly expensive therapies that often have a lot of treatment logistics complexity, oftentimes have significant side effects. They have to contract with payers and healthcare providers. And ultimately, the manufacturers have to figure out how to operationalize complex financial relationships with the government, with insurance companies, and their channel partners. IntegraChain delivers the data, the applications, and the business process infrastructure that's the foundation for each of those functions within market access. We help our customers digitalize their operations and free up their resources to focus on more data-driven decision support. We have today more than 250 life sciences manufacturer customers and have assembled a team of more than 450 life sciences data and analytics professionals, with more than half of those team members based right here in the Philadelphia area. As we continue to grow our business, both organically and inorganically, our team shares a common passion for innovation in medicine and ultimately for not only our customers, but the communities in which we're building our business.
Once again, our finalists are Greenphire, Infinite Blue, and IntegraChain. And our winner is Greenphire. Congratulations, Greenphire.
Thank you so much for this incredible honor. Greenphire is making a difference in clinical trials. Our technology helps to remove financial and logistical burdens that often make it difficult for patients to participate in clinical trials all over the world. As a result of COVID-19, there's so much more awareness of the importance of clinical trials and the critical impact they have in bringing safe and effective medicines to people who need them. We're proud to make Philadelphia our home. We've continued to grow in employee count, new product innovations, and clients. And this recognition in our home city solidifies the impact our solutions have had on the industry, as well as the impact we've had as an employer in the region. Thank you once again. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Greenphire.
You saw a short teaser of the amazing PhilaDanco at the start of the program, and I am honored to introduce PhilaDanco performing a specially commissioned work by Artistic Director Kim Bears-Bailey. As you watch the movements of this beautiful work, take a moment to reflect on what was last year and the promise of returning to life as it was meant to be lived.
Thank you, PhilaDanco and Kim Beers-Bailey. That was a special tribute to each and every moment that we all have lived through this past year and months. As mentioned earlier in the program, PACT has in the past year doubled down on our commitment to diversity, inclusion, equity, and access. As part of our efforts that are directly focused on elevating Philadelphia as an example of a truly diverse tech city, we've taken the following steps. First off, we continue to diversify PACT's leadership, specifically our board of directors. Second, we are partnering with the Lion Story to present the first of what we hope will be many future cohorts of PACT members participating in racial literacy workshops. Lastly, we have a partnership with One Philadelphia to truly expand our outreach to underrepresented founders and engage them in our various programs. We are far from done, and there is much more work to do. You have our commitment to play a leadership role in that effort in our community, and we thank you for your support.
I mean, I find it remarkable. I mean, you were young, but back in those days, right? Like being a 19, 20-year-old founder was actually not that common.
My senior year, we were having a really hard time raising financing. We had not raised venture financing yet. And we'd been trying to raise for 18 months. And there was no such thing as micro VC or early stage funds. So we were having a hard time. And I don't know if I've talked about this that much before, but you're an undergraduate at Wharton. There's all this on-campus recruiting. So I kind of got nervous.
Oh, wow.
And I put together resumes, and I dropped maybe a dozen to 18 resumes. And it was called the drop because you'd go and drop these resumes in slots. So there'd be a Goldman Sachs slot and a Bain slot and a Deloitte slot, and I dropped for all of them. And I'm really at that time, company's not doing great. We're not we're not raising. We're failing at fundraising. So I figured it'd be nice to have a backup plan. And I got 18 rejections in a row.
Wow.
And it was incredibly crushing, right? Like you're sitting here, your startup is failing, you're failing at your job search. And so I look back at that now and I say, it makes me realize that what felt like the ultimate failure in that moment was actually the biggest blessing in my life. Because had I got a job at Deloitte or Goldman or Bain, my whole career path, my whole life would be very different.
Each nominee for Life Sciences and Healthcare CEO has a clear vision for transforming healthcare, and through expertise and hard work has led their company towards making that vision a reality.
Let's meet our nominees for the Life Sciences and Healthcare CEO Award.
Maria Maccecchini, Annovis Bio.
Yes, in 2008, I was an angel investor because I had sold my company in 2001, and so I was kind of looking what else to do. And because I really liked the brain, I always did, and I still do, I went to neuroscience meetings, even though I really didn't have a company. And I ran into this scientist who had a drug for Alzheimer's disease. And I thought the drug was really interesting, and so I licensed it, and in 2009, I started my company. Well, my PhD is in biochemistry. And the reason I chose biochemistry, I figured that if you understand the basics of how the cell and the molecules work, you can understand anything. It could be the brain, it could be the liver, it could be cancer. And so I chose biochemistry, and then I went into the brain. All neurodegenerative diseases we ever looked at, that communication is slowed. And then eventually it dies, and that's when people become vegetables. And when it's slowed, people get sick. And what our drug does, it does restore the communication. So we have seen in animals beautifully, and I want to show it in humans in 2 months. We have seen in animals beautifully that our drug fully restores the communication and the animals behave normally. Past is past. I keep looking forward. I never look back.
Melissa Sherman, Mobilion Systems.
The leadership under Melissa has taken us very many places, from a company of just a few people to almost 50 at this moment. We've been in several different facilities as we've expanded, and we're continuing to expand. We have gone from taking the technology out of the government lab to developing proof of concept, creating a beta product, to right now our commercial product that we're just about to launch.
COVID hit our business, like most businesses, pretty hard. And Melissa was able to lead the company to raise $35 million in capital. She was able to ensure that the company was able to maintain operations in a safe environment, was able to double the number of employees in the organization in a time period when most companies were either laying people off or furloughing people. And she was able to also lead the company to achieve 100% of its goals last year.
Best teams, the most successful teams, are those that have safety, vulnerability, and crystal clear alignment around the mission and the vision. So safety, we feel comfortable around one another, we have one another's backs. Vulnerability, we're not afraid if we make mistakes, we're not afraid to learn, we're not afraid to admit that we don't know everything and we might need help. And then crystal clear alignment around our mission and vision. We're here to better predict, diagnose, and treat disease, and every person in this company is equally passionate about doing so.
Tracy Warren, Astarte Medical.
We have developed a suite of tools for use in the neonatal intensive care unit. We're really focused on feeding and nutrition for preterm infants with the goal of improving health outcomes.
It's not unusual, in fact it would be unusual to have a day where Tracy did not have to agilely move between detailed biology discussions, business discussions, nutrition discussions with world-leading experts in all of those categories. And she does so nimbly and incredibly ably.
Well, people often think because we were venture capitalists, raising money was easy, but it was quite an eye-opening experience for us. So we self-funded our company up until about 2019, went out to raise money, and were very surprised at the skepticism around the business, the market size, all the things that we knew were correct. But there was certainly a skepticism in the market about maybe the business, how large it could be when we focus on tiny little babies, but also it felt like an impact or a passion project. People failed to realize there was a real business here. So we persevered, and we ended up closing $8.5 million that year. So we were very proud of the investors who shared our passion and understood there's a great opportunity here to do well by doing good.
Our finalists for Life Sciences and Healthcare CEO are Maria Maccecchini, Annovis Bio, Melissa Sherman, Mobilion Systems, Tracy Warren, Astarte Medical, and the winner is Maria Maccecchini, Annovis Bio. Congratulations, Maria.
So I wanted to thank my original investors because they stuck with me when nobody believed that the different approach to Alzheimer's disease had any chance of success. They stuck with me, and today we know the different approach worked. I also want to thank my employees, specifically Jeff McRorty, who joined us when we had no money but wanted to go public. He was instrumental in getting us public. And then our newest addition, Cheng Fang, who is taking over research. First and foremost, I want to thank the possibility that our drug does not just slow the course of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, but actually improves the outcome. Because in the end, what we always really wanted was to develop a drug that changes the lives of people afflicted with these terrible diseases, that gives them dignity, independence, and makes them live with love. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
And now, let's meet our nominees for Technology CEO of the Year. 3 dynamic leaders who have led their companies to achieve great success while earning the sincere respect of their teams and their industry peers. Here we go. Larry Berran, iPipeline.
Larry has a tendency that when we're doing acquisitions that he stress eats, and every acquisition he gains 5 pounds, so we've done 14 acquisitions. You do the math.
During the pandemic, his first thought was, we have a lot of small mom and pop customers. How can I help them? How can we make sure they don't go out of business? What can we do as a company to help the industry during this pandemic?
Larry's an avid LaSalle basketball fan, but he stinks at playing basketball.
He came here with a good sense for how M&A activity could add to iPipeline, and the right acquisitions really helped us expand from what we did originally to the whole sort of front to back in the insurance process, as well as all the wealth management.
That he bought a Lamborghini, but it happens to be the SUV, so I don't think people want an SUV.
I think my passion is to make a difference. Obviously, when you start out earlier in your career, you want to try to make it, and then I think as you become successful, it's how do you help other people make it.
Anybody that ever met Larry would tell you that he's the nicest guy they've ever met. But I know as a business guy, he's very strong in making decisions. They're fair, and you can count on him to cover your back.
We want to build a company that can make a huge difference in helping more and more people get insurance, help protect their families, and really make a difference in our industry and for the people who work at our company.
Mark Grusin, Frontline Education.
I would describe the company culture under Mark's leadership of one of being kind of open, one of open communication. Mark spends a lot of time making sure that everybody in the company has a strong understanding of the vision for the company and what we're dealing with on any given moment.
And under Mark's leadership, we created a new solution that schools and school nurses could use to try and address the new requirements and the new reality of trying to provide education in the era of COVID. Mark was so involved at every level in making sure that we constantly thought about how our solution was going to work for the different people at our client. And to see him both thinking about it at a high level and thinking about it at the most micro level to make sure that we got to the right answers was really inspiring and is really emblematic of his vision for Frontline.
I would just say I'm deeply appreciative of our team and all the work that they've done during a really challenging time, making sure that our teachers and administrators and school districts are able to continue to support students and teach during a really challenging time over the past 18 months. And we're here to continue to make sure that we do everything we can to bring value into the market.
Madhu Nuttarajan, Odessa.
Well, I was 20 years old in 1998, so I'm not going to pretend that I had a profound vision to build a 900-person company at the time, but I did see the opportunity that was clearly being missed by the competition at the time, and I saw a real need with the advent of some of the new technologies. Around 98, with laptops becoming more prominent, this is going way back at this point, right? Laptops becoming more prominent in use, and mobile printing becoming more prominent in use, and really it was a confluence of those two things that actually became the foundation for the idea itself, the business idea itself, and then it kind of just grew from there. We would like to be, and I think we will become, the operating system of the industry itself. And so when you take the concept of platform, we were a platform organization, we're a platform for a company today, but think of it as a platform for an entire industry. It is truly where we're headed. And I think if you kind of chart the course out, all paths are going to lead to that destination.
Once again, our finalists for Technology CEO are Larry Berran, iPipeline, Mark Grusin, Frontline Education, and Madhu Nuttarajan, Odessa. I am pleased to announce the winner of Technology CEO of the Year, Larry Berran, iPipeline.
Everybody has been through a lot over the past year, and I want to thank my team for really stepping up. You guys have been fantastic. Also want to thank our customers and partners in the Philadelphia area. We have a lot of great people, and making sure tech is alive and well in this community is something we are all working towards. So again, thank you very much, and I appreciate the honors.
Congratulations, Larry.
The Healthcare Innovator Award celebrates companies and solutions poised to significantly impact cost, quality, and access in healthcare and life sciences, and to improve the lives of people across our region and around the world. Let's learn more about these innovators. Anna Ono.
Anna Ono is headquartered here in Philadelphia, but we service customers and patients around the globe, from Honduras to New Zealand, Canada, throughout the EU, and even Asia. We know breast cancer isn't a problem just here in the United States. Women face this around the globe. And that's why our recovery garments are so important to the healing process. We have a proprietary drain management system that goes throughout all of our loungewear collections that help patients manage the drains after their surgery. A lot of times they can wrap themselves up, tie themselves up, and be wheeled out of the hospital with their dignity intact. Our front closure bras are incredibly important to the recovery process. Limited range of motion is incredibly restricted. So we want to make sure that our patients feel empowered and can address themselves and be independent. That way they can really focus on the healing that's required after their surgery. And beyond that, there's a life to live. So whether it's 2 boobs, 1 boob, or no boobs at all, we really have a collection and style for you. It's important to know that when Anna Ono's intimates are designed differently, it's designed for these bodies in mind. And being able to feel beautiful allows you to heal better.
Genomind.
Innovation is at the core of our values and what we deliver here at Genomind. Integrity, collaboration, accountability, innovation, respect, and excellence are our values.
We at Genomind have developed a novel HLAA 3101 assay, where industry standard has a false positive rate of 40%, and our assay has a false positive rate of less than 0.1%. A patent is pending for this assay.
Genomind's Mental Health Map is a revolutionary product in the space of mental health and wellness. This was a real collaborative effort across the technology, clinical, and product teams. I'm incredibly proud of how we were able to come together to deliver this during COVID.
Genomind Professional PGX Express has been able to offer clinicians and patients during COVID contact-free pickup and delivery to their homes, and we still offer the fastest turnaround time in the industry.
At Genomind, we are building the most comprehensive mental health company. Patient focus and innovation are core to our success.
Neuroflow.
See, what we're doing is we're not reinventing the wheel. We're supporting providers with their workflow and supporting patients where they're at the most, at home, at work, not in the clinic. So let's take a look exactly what it looks like. We have a mobile app that engages patients in between appointments. And what we're doing is we're collecting a bunch of data, the loneliness check-in, the PHQ-9 for depression, the GAD-7 for anxiety, and we're providing real-time support to the patient in between their appointments. We have crisis resources built right in, crisis text line, the Trevor Project, the suicide prevention line. So let's take a look at what the provider sees. So you can see on the dashboard then, we can filter by patients. We can see Theon here, a patient is marked as urgent. So they're marked as urgent because we're tracking data over time in between appointments, and he had a big spike in depression. We're really proud here at Neuroflow to help the whole patient and help the providers do their job more effectively.
Our finalists for Healthcare Innovator are Anna Ono, Genomind, Neuroflow. And the winner is Neuroflow. Congratulations to Neuroflow.
Thank you, the Enterprise Awards, first and foremost, for honoring Neuroflow. Mental health is a true passion of ours at our company. 45 million people last year struggled with depression and anxiety. And those are just the ones we know about. The last year in the pandemic, I don't have to make the case to anybody. It was a stressful year. I want to thank all of our employees for their tireless effort. I want to thank our investors for taking a shot on us and believing in us and being a part of our mission. I want to thank all of our customers, the physicians and the health plans that have partnered with us to deliver better care for their members and patients. Personally, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Erica, who's also a medical provider and inspires me every day. And thank you to Philadelphia for being a great startup community, and we're honored to be on the journey with everybody.
The Technology Company of the Year award represents years, decades even, of continued success even through down periods and times of unexpected challenges. In fact, one of our finalists put it so beautifully by sharing 3 simple yet resounding words: I'm all in. It's this spirit of passion that brings our 3 finalists for Technology Company of the Year to the forefront of success tonight. Let's watch. AGI, an Ansys company.
So we help people design, build, and operate satellites, aircraft, ships, pretty much anything that moves through space and time. So we mostly focus on national security and space systems, but more recently we've been branching out to areas like autonomy, 5G, IoT, smart cities, things like that. As we built the company on our own for the first 31 years, we realized that we were able to reach a certain part of the market, but not everything that we really wanted to do. We wanted to expand deeper into the space and national security communities, and we wanted to break out into those other areas, smart cities, autonomy, Internet of Things, etc. As we started to do that, we were looking for a partner to help us, and we found a perfect partner right here in Pennsylvania. So a company called Ansys that does engineering simulation across multi-physics at a very high degree of fidelity ended up just being a perfect fit for our company.
Relay Network.
Relay has 50 million customer feeds in the marketplace today across 3 core verticals: banking, home services, and healthcare. And we're just getting started. And the feeds are completely different than anything else in the market because it's a private one-to-one channel between you and the business. And that pulls out all the friction and makes every experience easier across the life cycle of that relationship. Super regional bank that uses Relay for experiences across the life cycle, and it starts with onboarding. So in their onboarding experience, their challenge during COVID was they had 500,000 people open accounts online, and how do you get them all funded? So they rolled out the Relay customer feed, and they started to communicate to them and educate them on how to fund the accounts, and they saw a 4.5 times increase in the number of funded accounts, which they equate to $37 million. $37 million just in one experience out to their base relative to what they were doing prior to Relay.
Suvoda. Suvoda is a company that offers a software solution to manage the patient randomization and the supply chain in clinical trials. Essentially, our software ensures that the right patient is assigned to the right treatment arm, as well as getting the right drug, and that the right drug is available at the right site at the right time, wherever that is in the world. We do that through a lot of proprietary aspects in our software, including predictive algorithms and so on, that optimizes those 2 parts of clinical research. The solutions we offer are vital to managing the complexity in highly complex therapeutic areas like oncology, rare disease, CNS, and so on. Essentially, at the end of the day, our mission is to remove complexity in clinical research so that our customers, the biotechnology, pharmaceutical companies, can really focus on their patients.
Once again, our finalists for Technology Company of the Year are AGI, an Ansys company, Relay Network, Suvoda. And the winner is Suvoda. Congratulations.
Thank you to the PACT organization for recognizing the hard work and dedication of the entire Suvoda team. It's an honor to receive this award, and I'm very grateful to the nearly 700 members of Team Suvoda for making it possible. Thank you.
left your mark as an operator, you've left your mark as an investor. When you look to the future, is there an area where you want to leave your mark next?
Yeah, so my wife and I have started a foundation, and we're still trying to figure out what that means for us. I think that we've been incredibly fortunate and want to be able to share that, but we haven't yet figured out the right way. Is it through creation and leveraging some of the experiences that I've had along the way in terms of understanding disruptive change? Is it by more pure philanthropy? But if I had to guess, that would most likely be the next chapter for us.
So often, we rush through our daily lives and we miss so much of what is right in front of us. Tonight, we want to slow down and really appreciate all this past year and the past 28 years represent. And what better way to reflect and honor than the celebration of the Legend Award?
Right in our backyard is a man whose life's work spans the globe. He seems to have new life each day. It's more than what one accomplishes, but the journey along the way. The missed turns, the rain that pours, the long hours trying to figure something out, we have all been through it. And we all strive to make as much of a difference as we can.
Tonight, we are honored to honor someone who calls this place we live home.
Josh, we're going to go into the lightning round. So, short answers. What do you do in your downtime?
Spend time with the kids. Lately, we've all taken to going to Philly sports teams. So whether it's Eagles games, Sixers games, Flyers games.
Good times. Favorite author?
Right now, I'd say probably Annie Duke. I think some of the work she's done on decision making, uncovering biases, it's pretty powerful.
Got a favorite movie?
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, okay.
It's about playing the long game.
Oh, okay. Favorite travel destination?
Hi, Josh. Hi, Josh. Do you recognize this voice?
Hey,
listen. It's Lucinda. I am so happy to shock you like this and drop in to have the opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for the unparalleled impact you've had on my life. Starting 25 years ago when you were 2 and at Phonetics, through Turntide, most recently the decision to move to True that led to Above Board. And I say thank you not just for myself, but for the dozens, maybe hundreds of others you've helped at least as much. You're the best, and you are a legend.
Is this live or no?
This is live. I'm here.
Whoa. Hey there.
I just got off the phone with one of our investors, and he wanted me to be sure to thank you for always putting the moolah in the kula.
Oh my God, Chris.
So in July 2004, you just sold Turntide, and all of a sudden, you call me and say, gee, I want to start a seed fund. Would I help you out and spend the next 10 years of my then 60-year-old life doing it, and just the best 10 years ever?
Howard.
I love a tomato.
Michael. I thought you were at the shore.
I was.
Oh my God.
Well, I think we've got a very special award headed your way.
Josh, sorry we couldn't be here live with you today with the big theater, but we did want to present you with something.
Congratulations on winning the Legend Award.
Thank you.
Josh, congratulations. Thank you all for being here. Would you like to say anything?
Oh, yeah, I'm speechless. Yeah, I mean, I think that, I've just been so fortunate to have found a community of people, partners, family, mentors, founders, who I've been able to learn from and fortunate enough to work with. And yeah, I'm speechless, so thank you.
Congratulations, Josh. All right, 3, 2, 1. And congratulations to all of our winners.
And thank you to all of our sponsors.
Well, Dean, I think it is safe to finally throw in the virtual towel.
I think so, Steph. I think it's safe and no one knows what's ahead. But what we do know is that we'll get through it just like we have.
That's right, like we always do. Now, we are talking about PACT and the amazing PACT community, so cheers to you all.
And congratulations to all of the finalists, and a toast to all of the winners, and a special big thank you to our sponsors, and to you all for watching.
See you all next year in person at the 29th Enterprise Awards.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.